Hi everyone. All right. So you guys keep asking me about these three. I did do something about them a long, long time ago, yet I can't find it. So if you can't find this after I do it, you can always go to the webpage. Okay. So if you don't know where the webpage is, just ask me. I'll put it in the link. All right. So we've got the first one, Soros. The thing is, what I want to say first is, yes, they are billionaires, etc., etc., and they probably did start out to want to do the right thing, but it's no longer the right thing. So I'm surprised from their charts also on the paths they have taken. But then again, as well, we don't know what's real and what is not real. I mean, are they still who they are, or yeah? But if somebody else had done what they have done, they would be labeled dictators and the country would collapse because someone would go in and take them out. I'm not telling you to go in and take them out. What I am saying, though, is those three, they won't actually see the reset of the world. Again, I'm not saying anything like that. All right, so don't all these people just send me emails and whatever. All right, I'm going to start with Soros. Soros, as you can see, I've put Soros, he's a wood element, right? And then Schwab and Gates are both the metal element. So although he looks like he's bigger than those two, by nature, really, the metal is pruning the wood. And then this wood becomes bigger, better, fruits, flowers, that sort of thing. All right. So he is that wood element. He's got the gift of the gab. Anything he says and does, ching, 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 ching. That's basically how it works. All right. So he's in, even in a luck pillar that he's in at the moment, which is 89 to 99. So he's 92. Yeah, it's his ideas are fruiting and flowering, all of that sort of stuff. So he's a philanthropist. He's Hungarian American. He donates to, it's called Open Society Foundations, which are probably owned by him. And I don't remember much about that because I remember Googling it along 2020, I think, when all this shit came out. Basically, I think they buy people to do stuff. Yeah. He's also known as the man who broke the Bank of England. He has this macro strategy info on health. He does the healthcare, the life sciences. That's a good name for it, man. Research. Anyway, so everything that has actually been done by him is part of a dictator thing. So what is he waiting for? I think he's waiting for the order of the king, you know, Sir Soros, unless he is a Soros, sir already. He does have, he does, that wood that he is that strong oak tree. So good luck cutting that down. The only people that can cut it down is Schwab and Gates, actually. But he doesn't have like I said before, he's in ideas and whatever, because he doesn't have, from the day he was born, his ideas actually didn't click in till later. All right. Then we've got we've got Bill. So Bill is this very unconventional, okay? He was, or he still is, successful, I guess. But what he's done, what he's doing at the moment is he's buying up land all over the US. And even though people protest in every state, etc., the legal authorities sign off on it. So again, all right. So he's investing basically in growing plastic foods, bugs, and fake meat. Oh, Haven't tasted it yet. It's not on my bucket list. So then the coincidence thing, is it a coincidence? Then that food processing facilities are lit up, or a plane actually crashes into food processing facilities. So, he basically he just keeps going. You've already decreased the population, Bill Darlin, Habibi, when you gave the golden rice, remember the GMO rice to third world countries, and they became infertile, I should say, not fertile. So you've already decreased the world population. What more do you want? It's kind of like, many, many, many moons ago, decades ago, when Cargill, that company, actually burnt all the cornfields because they wanted to sell their way of corn or do their way of whatever. So for him, for this year, in terms of wealth, he's got wealth, but he actually what he sits on is storage of money, storage of money, storage of money. And there'll always be disharmony in any relationship he has because the storage is there, okay? Those storages are what we call the star of the arts. So this man can do things hidden, right? It's like the dog, and the dog is digging a hole to bury his bone. This is how he works, okay? So that's the way he actually works. Whereas with Soros, he's got horses in his chart, even though more than one horse becomes a penalty, like slap in the face, etc. But it's actually a favorable element, all right? So it doesn't matter. The shit hits the fan, but he succeeds no matter what. And it's a horse, so a horse cannot be kept locked up. It's got to go, nee. Can you imagine him doing that? All right. So he's already had the control and all of that. He's got that in his chart. But the thing is here, when I'm talking about charts and people want to know about their children, they're going to put you in a nursing home or something like that. They're going to put you in a nursing home, Bill. Sorry, mate. So this year he's got money on top, and anything he says goes, basically. Next year, anything he says goes, but underneath it is what we call a clash. And because he's in a 10-year cycle it's next year's a dragon, he's in 10-year cycle of a dragon, it's already in clash, which means from 56, we started to find out things about him. At 61, the shit hit the fan about him, about his power, what he's hidden, all of that. Because remember, there's 3 dogs in his chart. What does a dog do? They dig. So other people like himself and all of that, it's all about what is this money doing. So the dog is digging for the bone, but it's his money in this case. So people are digging at what he's doing with his money, where his money is. It's all going to go to the children, and the children know that. Sorry, mate. So from 2024, it's a clash. So there's already the clash with the 10-year cycle, but next year it becomes a clash on all his dogs, and on the 10-year cycle he's in, it becomes a penalty. So what a penalty is like is it's a slap in the face, punch in the gut. You're walking along and you just go, hit the pavement. No, not giving anybody ideas. This is how I talk. So all that power is actually in a lot of trouble. So you better work on it now, sweetie. Okay. All right. And then we've got Klaus. Good old Klaus. Where are we? Actually, Bill's the youngest, even though he looks older. Yeah, not good skin there, mate. the AI thing's not working, if that is what's happening. All right, Klaus. Klaus is also the metal element, as you can see there. And he sits on the rooster. So Klaus is like, next. He's in a hen house, Come on, girls. Yeah. So he kind of came out and he's telling us that, by the way, he founded the World Economic Forum. So he founded something in 71 that no one voted for, nobody asked for. Yeah, it was like, nah, I just want to show everybody what I can do. I know that's a bad accent, but yeah. So all of a sudden, he comes out or it's out there. It may have been hidden for a while, but it's out there now that by 2030 you'll own nothing, blah, blah. Dictator? Apparently not in this case. So he actually is in trouble this year. He's in a clash. He's in a penalty. He's, anything that can go wrong for him is going to go wrong. And this is why not happening this year, babies. Yeah. And by 2030, unless you're already in AI, yeah. And you know how I read faces as well. Yeah, look at those faces, okay? So the top half, all the lessons they have learned from the past are not really there. Like, I don't know, fillers, whatever it is. When you remove the lines, you remove the lesson. So you guys are going to learn this over and over and over again. You're going to think, what did I do that for? Oh, what did I do that for? Like a 20-year-old. And that's how you're behaving, like a 20-year-old that wants to take on the world, blah, blah, which is, most people go through that. But you guys are just dictators, maybe? Now, if this disappears somewhere, you can always go to the webpage. All right. So there you go. I did all three together because it's amazing. Oh, the other thing is the metal that Schwab and Gates are. Soros is their ching, ching, ching element. So the three, if they are really in business together, no idea. Yeah, they're making a killing. And for Soros, the metal is his power element as well as pruning him. And again, think of when a tree is pruned, it fruits and flowers better. Maybe he isn't an AI. Maybe he is really fruiting and flowering. Sorry, I'm dry retching for a minute. So that's it. We're done and dusted with these guys. Have a good day.